Hi wee unicorns, Mrs. Chamberlain here for part 2 of our connected assembly. You'll recognise this guy, Connection. We've been talking about him in last week's assembly, and later on you'll find out the name that you've voted for him. But connection is incredibly important, especially during these times when we're all in our own homes and home learning and not being able to mix with each other. We've had to find different ways to connect with each other. And there's a video from the staff. Mrs. Goddard had put it together, and I think there's a link beside the assembly link on our website for you to be able to have a look at that message from all the staff about keeping connected. And it's a lovely video. And we would like you to contribute to a video a bit like that one. Mrs. Gravestock is putting something together, and what she's looking for is drawings of our health and well-beings, either one of them or more than one of them, or maybe our school logo. And you can take a photograph of your drawing and email it to her. The email address is on the Learning Journal post where you got information about this assembly. You can either be in the photograph and have a picture like the staff did of you holding your message or your drawing, or if you don't want to be in the video, you can just have a photograph of your drawing. The video is likely to go on our website and on Twitter, so a lot of you wouldn't be keen to have your photographs on that, and that's fine, we respect that, but we want you to feel included. So please draw a picture of our health and well-beings, one of them or two or all of them, all four, or a picture of our school logo. You'll see lots of examples in this assembly. And then take a photograph and send it to the email address on the Learning Journal post. And in a few weeks' time, you'll see what that's been made into. So we're going to think a wee bit more about the importance of our health and well-being in the next slide. Actually, this slide is suggesting that you have a wee pause and watch a little film called Cosmic Connection. And you may have watched it before the assembly, or you might want to pause now and watch it, but it's just a little film to show you the importance of connection. Our health and well-being so far, the names we've got for kindness and respect, this one's Kit. For curiosity, the name is Ken Moore, and for can do, the name is Candy. I hope I'm right about that, my head's in the way, but I'm pretty sure it's Candy. And now, if you want to do a drum roll on your knees, we'll find out the name of the next health and well-being. See if I can do this in one movement. Here we have Connection. Our connection value is called, are you doing the drum roll? Link. Link was the name that got the most votes. So we've now got names for all of our health and well-beings. Here they all are together. And when we started this journey of revamping our vision, values and aims, we had no idea of just how important these values would be for us when we're all ended up stuck at home in lockdown. And it just goes to show what a good job the team did who came up with these. It was a huge job where everybody was asked to put forward their ideas. And we finally came up with James Gillespie's Primary School, a community of learning, teaching and exploring where everyone belongs. And we use our values of kindness and respect, curiosity, can-do attitude and connection to make our school that fabulous place. And I think these difficult times have shown that we really do use these values. They're genuine values that we have and that we share with each other and our school community. And on the Learning Journal post, you may have noticed that there is a home learning grid all about connection. because when the team put together all these ideas for the different values, they put together a learning grid, and it'll be interesting to see it now, because some of the things you might think, well, we can't do that at the moment because we're in lockdown and we've got social distancing. So we have to be really inventive and creative and find ways to connect with each other. So have a look at the grid if you've got time, if you want to try a few of them. And if any of them seem impossible at the moment, see if you can come up with any solutions. The next few slides look a bit different because we're going to now link our understanding of our values with our Building Resilience programme, and we're going to reflect on what we've learned about Challenge Your Mindset. Here's a quote from Carol Dweck's book Mindset. It's not always people who start out the smartest who end up the smartest. Have a wee chat with your family, the people in your home, and see what you think about that. So in this Challenge Your Mindset unit, we've covered who we are and what we are good at is not fixed. The way we think, feel or learn shapes our brain, and I can change through the choices I make. Time to think. Can you think of something you were not very good at in the beginning? Remember how you got better at things through effort and practice. For example, learning to ride a bike. I can remember it didn't come naturally to me. I had lots of falls, had lots of crashes, lots of scraped knees and elbows until I eventually mastered it. And now it's as easy as riding a bike, as the expression goes. But it took a lot of effort. So if you think about that with new learning, you think, well, it doesn't just happen. I've got to work at it. I've got to try and keep going and persevere until I get better. So have a wee think and a wee chat with the people around you. Can you remember other things that took a long time to learn and to master? Have you challenged your brain recently? Tell yourself it's okay to say, I can't do this yet. Don't forget the word yet. We're all learning new things at the moment, and maybe we can't do it, but it's not that we can never do it. We just can't do it yet. Do you take time to consider your options? Change can happen when we make one choice at a time. Break things down into small steps and make one choice at a time. Sometimes the hardest thing is getting started. So make your mark and get started. Skipper knows of a story about the importance of making your mark and seeing where it takes you. And it's a book called The Dot by Peter H. Reynolds. And some of you will have heard it before and you might be quite familiar with it. But if you want, you can follow the link that's on the Learning Journal post to see the story read. And it's a lovely story, even if you do know it well. It reminds you of how actually getting started and making that choice to start, you can really grow. What can you do to challenge your brain this week? I'm sure there'll be lots of challenges on your home learning that you maybe find a bit tricky, but you can have a positive growth mindset and really challenge yourself one choice at a time and just make sure you get started. We'll move on to the final part that we always have in assembly, is our birthdays. You can stand up if you like, if you've had a birthday this week. I hope you've had a very happy lockdown birthday. I know it's all a bit strange when you can't do what you would normally do, but I hope you've had a lovely time celebrating with your family and maybe with some online connections with other friends and family. around you, and I hope you've had a very, very happy birthday. So this week you can finish with a song. It's not a fishy song. Obviously, you're welcome to go onto the Fishy website and choose your own songs that you like and just have a little sing around. But there is a link to another song called Together, which I found, and I thought it was a nice message about being connected and being together. So I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for listening to the assembly, and I will hopefully see you soon. Take care. Bye.